Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're customizing the Truffade Thrax in GTA Online. I don't think I've ever customized this for the channel, but I'm looking forward to doing it. Let's get into it right now. All right, so Truffade is one of my favorite brands in GTA, and I'm really looking forward to customizing this car. I will say the armor, brakes, engine, transmission, and the turbo are already done on the car. And as you can see, we have the stock rims on here, but they're painted black. That's a glitch right now, so we're gonna change that after, or we might keep it stock because honestly, that looks pretty sick. So, starting off with the bumpers, we have front and rear options here. For the front bumpers, we have the plastic splitter, primary, secondary, or carbon. I don't really love the look of it, honestly, because of the little support things there, so I think I'm actually just going to leave it stock. For the rear bumpers, we have the primary diffuser, or secondary fins. Not really seeing the secondary fins, but we're going to go for the primary diffuser, why not? For the exhaust, we have the primary exhaust, secondary, carbon, chrome, dual quad, gold big bore. Ooh, carbon big bore. I like that. Flame touched exhaust, angled exhausts, upward angled. Hmm. I kind of like stock. I kind of like the gold big bore, but the carbon big bore looks a little bit better in my opinion, so I'm gonna go for that one. For the grill, we can do a crossed grill, chrome crossed grill, primary crossed, secondary crossed, plastic classic, primary classic, secondary, or chrome classic. We're just going to keep it stock, honestly. I think all of these look pretty horrible. I'm not a huge fan of those at all, so keeping it stock for right now. For the hood, we can add the Truffade logo right there. That's kind of cool. Secondary vents, secondary hood, carbon vents. Okay. Secondary stripe, primary stripe, carbon with primary stripe, classic with secondary vents, secondary ribbed vents, classic with vents, carbon sports. Ooh, okay. Carbon sports with vents, primary sports, primary sports with vents, secondary with vents. Honestly, I like the look of it just stock, but this is pretty clean, honestly. I think I'm just gonna add the Truffade logo, to be honest. I like that look a lot. Xenon headlights, of course, and the livery. We can add a livery, black stripe with black vents. That's kind of cool, actually. Oh man, that's kind of sick. Okay, yellow accents, black stripe, Crow X, Pisswasser, Globe Oil, Decoach, or Decock, Rimmers, and Sprunk. Man, I kind of like the black stripe with the black vents. I think we're going to go for that one. Okay, for the plate, yellow on black. For the respray, now this is where things are going to get interesting. I'm not sure what color to make this thing. I feel like I really want to go for Grace Red, but at the same time, I almost want to go for a yellow. I've been doing a lot of yellow cars recently though, so I think I'm going to go for Grace Red. We're going to do that for the primary and the secondary, I think. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. I like that look a lot. Next up, we got the roll cage that we could add if we want to. I personally don't really want it on this car because it's not going to be a race car, so we're just gonna not add that. The side panel, that's this right here. We can do a primary side panel, secondary carbon vented side panel, or carbon vented side panel. I kind of like the carbon vented, but I also just kind of like the carbon. It's gonna have to be the carbon, I think. For the spoiler, we can do a sports spoiler, aggressive spoiler, sorry, carbon spoiler, race spoiler, Truffade, big wing, competition, GT, or the works. Ooh, man. You know, honestly, I kind of don't want to add a spoiler. I don't like the look of the back of this car stock, but honestly, the spoilers look even worse. Except for this one, the aggressive spoiler is okay. It's actually okay. I don't think I'm gonna add one, boys. I think we're gonna keep it stock. For the trim, that is this that goes around the car. We can do a primary trim, secondary, or carbon. I'm gonna go for carbon just to break up the color a little bit more. Not that it really needs it. It looks pretty fantastic, I think, but keep it like that. For the wheels, we could change them. We could go for like a carbon R or a solar maybe, or my new favorite rims. But honestly, the stock rims with the black paint on them looks so sick. I kind of want to keep it. I think we will. It already has bulletproof tires. Tire design we can't do, of course, because it has the stock wheels. I like it, man. Let's keep that. And finally, for the window tint, all the way out, of course. Okay, let's take this thing down to the ground, do a sound test and a little review, and then I'll let you guys go. All right, so here we go. Rockstar may have missed a little detail here. There's actually 4 exhausts here, but you know what? We'll let it slide. That's okay. Sounds pretty good though. The crackle when it backfires sounds really good. Could sound a little better, but you know, I don't have any complaints. Let's see how it is off the line. Little bit of wheel spin, not too dramatic or anything though. It's honestly pretty fine. The car has insane grip. I can tell you that right off the bat, even with no spoiler on it. This thing is very planted. It has crazy good downforce. So if you want a race car, this is actually a very good race car. I think it is. I think it might be top 3 in the supercars category. Obviously, versus the open wheel cars and stuff, it would be a little bit higher. But in the supercars category, I'm pretty sure this may be in the top 3, if not the top 5. It is a fantastic race car, boys, and honestly, I can tell why. I mean, the handling of this thing is just crazy. It grips to the ground so well. It feels like it's glued almost, like not quite like an open wheel car if you've driven one, but it's getting there. It's pretty darn close. The acceleration is also fantastic on this. No complaints there. Top speed, I think, is also pretty high on this car. It is a Truffade, so typically top speed is, you know, pretty decent on those cars, and this car is no exception. Wow. Yeah, no complaints with this car, guys. I don't drive this thing nearly enough. I wish that I drove it more, but unfortunately, you know, due to how toxic GTA Online is, can't really be caught lacking driving a regular car these days. But if you could, I would definitely drive this quite often because this thing is fantastic. The handling is so good. The acceleration is super good. Top speed is pretty good. You know, it's good enough. No complaints with this car. Highly recommend picking one of these up, boys, if you don't have one already. I think that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.